died, it's suddenly bad. No,
that's history, though, James. That's
history.
history.
Double standards are the flipping globalists yet again, Alistair.
This is not an issue with globalism. This is not an issue with globalism. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. You try and make globalism to every single thing that you argue about. This has nothing to do with globalism.
Yes, it is.
This has nothing to do with trade. This has nothing to do with globalism.
Why are the Palestinians
oppressing
the Israelis?
The what? Pardon?
Why are the Palestinians oppressing the Israelis?
Why are Palestinians? Because they think it's their land.
It's not their land.
Just
so
as the Israelis think
war against the Israelis.
Just as the Israelis think it's their land,
is in the right.
The Israelis think it's their land. The Palestinians think it's their land. They can't come to an agreement.
Yes, but history says it's the Israelis.
Yes,
they have the facts and the history to back it up.
They've got religion to back it up. They've got religion to back it up. But to Palestinians who are Muslim, that means nothing.
It's history, but
history.
Religion is history. They are one and the same thing.
Then technically, James, okay, if you're talking about history, then like I said, Alaska belongs to Russia. Then if you're looking at history, then Hawaii or Guam, they belong to the Polynesian islands. They're their own separate thing. It doesn't matter what happened in history to certain people, and to those certain people include the Palestinians. It doesn't matter to them. They just want their land back.
But it's not their land, so they can't have it back.
The Israelis want their land back. They both want
it is their land.
They both want the land that they both think is theirs, and therefore that's why they're fighting.
No. Yes, that is true. That is true. But the point is, it belongs to the Israelis and not the Palestinians, so the Israelis are in the right.
Why
you can't justify Palestine fighting back just because they think it's their land. Because it's not.
well, that's exactly the justification you're giving for Israel. You're just starting off with religion.
It's not religion. It's history. It's their land.
Religion, James. Religion, history. At this point in the context that we're saying, they're both synonymous.
Yes, and it's their land.
But not to Palestinians, though, is it? Because Palestinians
who gives a toss what they think? The fact is, it's Israeli.
Yes, but James, that's history, though, isn't it? It's not the present. It's not the present.
Well, it is. But it is the present.
No, it's not the present.
So so I'm sitting in my house, which is in my parents' name for 5 years. 5 years ago, that's my house. But just because we're living in this day and age, means it's not my house anymore. History doesn't matter. Who cares who bought it? So anyone could rock up and just say it's theirs.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm not. That's what you're saying.
Let's say in your house you started a religion. Okay, you started a religious monument. Okay, then you got evicted from the house because you didn't pay taxes, and someone else came and got in.
Taxes? What?
Don't.
I got evicted from the house because I was persecuted. Is what you mean?
It's okay. You got evicted from the house because you couldn't pay the landlord the rent. Okay,
because I was persecuted.
No, James, not paying.
It's not fair.
Not being able to pay the landlord rent is not persecution, James. Okay, let's say you couldn't pay the landlord.
Since when were Israelis paying rent to own
James,
Israel?
James. This is an analogy, okay? But you started your religious monument. Let's say you came back in 50 years, and someone else who don't know religion has come into the house. Okay, you can't just go and say I want half the house because my religion started here.
No. That is wrong. I own the house. I'm not paying rent to anyone. I own it, right? If this is my religious house, right, and generations of my forefathers lived here, right, and it was religious to me, that is how it is. It's not rent, because I own it. No mortgage. I own every single square damn inch of this house. So if I go out on holiday one day,
it's not holiday though, is it?
Killed, right, and then I come back to my house and I find a bunch of flipping Palestinians in here. It's not suddenly their land. It's mine because I own the flipping house.
James, the analogy was not about you owning the house because houses trade hands over the years, don't they? It's about the religious aspect of it. It's religion. The Jewish do not
pass the rights on.
The Jewish do not care about the Muslim religion. The Muslims don't care about the Jewish religion. They don't care.
I think they do care. That's why we're having a flipping war.
I mean, they don't care about the religious background of the place. Neither of them care. They both think it's theirs. That's what I'm trying to say. You can't back things up by saying it's religion because the other person doesn't care about religion. Religion means absolutely nothing to someone who doesn't believe in that religion. Let's say
you've gone nuts.
Let's imagine I was a Christian. I was against gay rights. Okay, because of my Christian belief. That means nothing to an atheist. Okay, and unless I can provide social, cultural, and economic reasons why gay rights is wrong.
If I live in a Christian country, gays wouldn't be allowed to get married.
James,
That's
I'm using
because
this
of
as an
that religion.
example. I'm using an example. You're not listening to my example, James. Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's say for religious reasons I don't like something. That means nothing to the person who's not religious. Do you agree or do you not agree?
I agree.
Okay. So the Palestinians, the fact that it was some Israelis' religious whatever in the past doesn't matter to them.
It's their land.
It doesn't matter to them. It doesn't matter to them.
Forget religion. It's their flipping land.
It doesn't matter to
the
them.
The Romans
does it?
stole it off them. Then when the Romans left,
the Romans stole a lot of land, though, didn't they?
Land.
The Romans have stolen a lot of land.
Yeah.
And most of it's been reinvaded by different countries. So does that mean that we should, the Byzantine Empire, does that mean that we should take countries that had their land conquered and we should give it back to them?
No.
Okay.
Because the Jews, it is their land. It belongs to them in history.
In history, but in the present, it belonged to the Palestinians.
Screw the present, Alistair. History says it belongs to them. Therefore, it belongs to them now. And they have every right to fight off invasion. They have every right to fight off invasion for the flipping Palestinians.
And the Palestinians have every right to fight off invasion from them as well.
No, they don't, because it's not their land.
But it is their land, though, because they own the land.
They don't own the land.
They did own the land.
The Israelis own the land.
No, the Palestinians own the land.
No, they don't.
Yes,
they said they did.
They said they did.
If I walk into an Aston Martin shop and say, right, I've decided I own that Aston Martin, therefore it's my property, give it to me now or I'll fight you for it, that's outrageous because it's not mine.
But James, when did the land turn over when did that land turn over from Jewish rule to Palestinian rule? When the
Palestinians invaded.
When the Palestinians invaded, okay? But invasion has happened a lot. Okay, invasion has happened. Does that mean that we should go and bomb America and just give it to the few remaining Native Americans, and we should bomb Congress because it's full of Germans, full of English, full of French? That's just invasion. That's just history. Okay.
Yeah, it still belongs. America belongs to Native Americans, not current Americans.
So does America belong to Native Americans?
Yes.
The
trick to figure that out is in the name Native Americans. They are native to that country, therefore it is their land.
But then technically, James, okay, then so what you say now is you're saying that you think the people that originated in that land own the land.
Yes.
Then technically every piece of land is owned by the Aborigines, isn't it?
Not really, no. Australia is owned by the Aborigines.
Well, I mean, they went round, didn't they? They spread.
What?
They spread, though, didn't they?
Yes. Well, I'm not 100% sure on Paleolithic history, but the point is...
Neither am I.
Exactly, so the point is, on the records that we have, the Israelis own the land.
The Israelis own the land and the Palestinians own the land, and now they're fighting over it.
No, they don't.
No, they did own the land for a bit of time, otherwise there'd be no fighting.
When their religion was made, then it was their land. That doesn't count.
No, James, right, we're going to have to stop soon because it's nearly 45 minutes. James, okay, right. The Aborigines, no, not the Aborigines. Okay, the Israelis own the land, then the land got conquered, as happens in history. Then the Palestinians own the land because they're the ones who conquered them.
Let's end it there.
Then, the Israelis were just punks there, and now they're fighting over the land. That is the situation, is it not?
No. It belongs to the Israeli. End of. Thanks everyone for listening to this two-part podcast, the review of the week. So if you want to get in touch, you can send me an email at reviewoftheweekpodcast@gmail.com. I'll put the links to all the source of info we used in the description. And have a nice week. Peace.
Bye-bye.